guys! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello! My name is Jelaine and thanks for dropping by. My channel is mostly about two things. So number one, beauty because I love makeup. And number two, Japan. Specifically Tokyo because that's the city I'm currently living in. It will be great if you can see more of each other in the future, so please don't forget to click on the subscribe button to join my little family. In today's video, we will be talking about beauty sponges, or specifically the Evie Blender. If you want to know more about this sparkly little thing, then please keep on watching. The beauty world has been on the lookout for a good alternative to the Beauty Blender, which is everyone's holy grail beauty sponge. It's every girl's best friend, but let's face it, it can be quite a hassle to clean and a bit on the pricier side. There have actually been a lot of contenders, but the one that really shook and took the beauty world by storm and now coming in at close second is the silly sponge. But that also had its share of problems, like it left streaks on the face, it's hard to use to apply or let alone blend into the edges of your face with it, plus it's very hard to hold. So here comes the Evie Blender. The Evie Blender is believed to be the latest evolution or innovation to the beauty sponge. What's so interesting about this is that it claims to solve all the problems we have for both the Beauty Blender and the silly sponge. Reading off the website, the Evie Blender is the brainchild of makeup artist Angie Johnson. It is made from 100% hypoallergenic platinum grade silicone, and because of that, it doesn't absorb makeup, so you use less product. It washes off quickly with warm water and soap, rubbing alcohol, or just a makeup wipe, so you won't have to deal with makeup stains stuck on your blender anymore. Its textured surface, similar to that of our fingers, applies makeup just like a traditional sponge blender, providing a perfectly blended finish. The Evie Blender was launched via a Kickstarter campaign in January. In January. I pledged in, and after a few months of waiting, it finally arrived in my mailbox 2 weeks ago. Ta-ra! So the Evie Blender came in this drawstring pouch. Let's open it. I don't know about you, but upon seeing this sponge, I immediately thought that, hey, there's gonna be something sparkly inside. I don't know. Anyway, so let's try to see what's inside one by one. So the first one is this card. It says to wash the Evie Blender before using it. And then we have a product material. So on the first page, you will see the name of the product, which is Evie Blender, and then the Makeup Blender Evolve. So when you open it, you will see the recommended way of application. So to get the perfect blend, you swipe and bounce. This side, when you open it, you will see instructions on how to use and how to clean. And then on this side, you will see more information about the blender. It's hypoallergenic, 100% silicone, non-latex, and completely made in the USA. So you can visit their website also if you want to learn more about their company as well as get some beauty tips. Yeah, so that's that. We have this mirror that came with. It's actually a nice effort to include this, and it's really a cute mirror. But when I opened it, it broke while in transit, so I'll probably throw this out after this video. But yeah, nice effort to put in the mirror, but it could have been better, or it would have been better if they also ensured that the packaging can protect the mirror. And then finally, we have the sponge. This is the Evie Blender. I don't know if you can see it. It actually has the same shape as the Beauty Blender. So it's the teardrop shape. In terms of size, my Beauty Blender is damp right now, so it's a bit bigger than the Evie Blender, but I think they're around the same size when the Beauty Blender is dry. In terms of color, the Evie Blender comes in 3 normal colors. So we have black, purple, and stardust, and a limited edition one, which is the one that I have. I expected it to be a bit more sparklier, but okay, you can see a bit of glitter specks beneath the silicone. Texture-wise, both are porous, obviously because the Beauty Blender is made out of foam and the Evie Blender was made to mimic our skin's texture. Yeah, silicone, so it's a bit hard. And then it also has a ridge wherein you can sit your finger as you blend. Because of this ridge right here, I think you can say that the Evie Blender is more ergonomic than the Beauty Blender. As you can see right here, I've already punctured a few holes on my Beauty Blender because of my nails. Okay, so I'm sure you're very curious and would like to see how this performs, so I'm gonna hop onto the demo. Sorry for my half makeup face, but I already did my skincare as well as applied primer. So for today, sorry for my half makeup face, I already did my skincare as well as applied primer. Today I'm using this one from Makeup Forever. It's their Daily Protective Primer. I've been using this one for a couple of weeks now and I must say that I like it. It does not only give me a smooth base for application but also helps brighten up my skin tone and protect my skin with its color correcting and SPF components. And then for foundation, I'm gonna use this one from Etude House. It's their double lasting foundation in the shade Beige. To have a good comparison between the two blenders, I'm gonna apply them or use them side by side. On this side, I'm gonna use my Beauty Blender, and as you can see, I've already applied my foundation. I'm just gonna quickly play the clip because I didn't really do anything special. I just did as how I usually do. And then on this side, we're gonna use the Evie Blender. Exciting! One of the cards that came with the blender said that you have to wash it first prior to first usage because it might feel sticky from all the oils from manufacturing. And that's actually true because the first time that I took this out from the packaging, it did feel super sticky. So I washed it with soap and warm water. But even after washing it once, it still felt sticky. So I washed it a couple of more times and even so, the tackiness still remained. So I googled it and found out from their website that the stickiness or the tackiness actually helps with the blending process. Unfortunately, they didn't really delve into details as to how, so that's also all that I can say about it. Okay, so let's give it a go. So I'm just gonna dispense half of the amount that I normally use since they say that the Evie Blender helps you save product. There. And then to get that airbrushed natural finish, they recommend to swipe on the product first and then bounce away. So let's do that. So swiping. Then bounce. Okay, so I'm halfway through this side. Even if I didn't use the same amount of foundation that I normally use, I still think that I was able to cover everything that I needed to cover. So that's one good point. And then related to that, I also feel like I'm able to enjoy maximum coverage from the foundation, if that makes sense. Because the Evie Blender doesn't absorb any product at all. The blender feels a bit tough on the skin. Like my cheeks right now feel a bit sore from all the bouncing. And if you can hear, there's that sound, which shows that the Evie Blender is actually quite hard. The tackiness. The tackiness I feel like transferred a bit to my skin because normally this foundation doesn't feel this sticky. So maybe some of the tackiness transferred. Maybe. Okay, so I can still see quite a few streaks. So let me continue bouncing away. I'll try to be more gentle this time because I might be pushing a lot more harder than I should because I'm used to using the Beauty Blender. So let's see if that makes any difference. Just bounce, continue to bounce to really blend in the product. Otherwise, it will just sit on your skin and that doesn't look good. Trying to be really gentle now. So the tat sound is much softer. Okay, so I think I'm completely done with foundation on this side. That took longer than I anticipated and I was actually having trouble blending in the product. I already tried to widen the surface area on which I swiped the product on so I can just easily dab in to blend the product, but even so, it was a bit troublesome, I think. Plus the fact that the blender really felt tough on the skin, even though I was really trying to be super duper gentle already, but my cheek or this side of my face feels a bit sore from all the bouncing. However, having said all of that, I think I did quite a decent or pretty good job blending because the finish definitely looks better than that of the silly sponge. Actually, it's quite close. It's quite close to that of the Beauty Blender. So let's move on to the concealer. Today I'm using my favorite concealer, my favorite Korean concealer, the Saem Tip Concealer. There. I'm in the shade 1.5. Actually, the foundation that I use, the Double Lasting Foundation, has very good coverage. But it's the time of the month, so my skin isn't really at its best condition right now. Let's blend it in with the Evie Blender. So bounce. Trying to be super duper gentle. But it hurts. So but it hurt. So I'm just gonna use it to blend on the other parts of my face and then use my finger for my under eye area. Sorry guys. Let me just blend using my finger. Sorry, it just felt really tough, so I didn't want to risk it because I've been really trying to take care of my skin, and yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. So I'm completely done with the foundation on both sides of my face, so I'm gonna zoom you in so that you can really see the difference between the Beauty Blender and the Evie Blender. Come closer. So this is the side using the Evie Blender. So this is the side using the Evie Blender. And this is the side using the Beauty Blender. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my makeup and get back to you with my final thoughts. I'm back! All made up. If you want to know about the products I used for this makeup look, then you can head on over to the description box. I have listed them down all there. Okay, so here's how the Evie Blender looks like after use. So it actually doesn't look nice. It's filled with gunk from all the foundation and concealer. And yeah, you cannot see the color anymore, no glitters. It just looks yucky from all the gunk. So I think it would be best if after every use you can take any makeup wipe and just quickly wipe off your Evie Blender so you won't accumulate any gunk on it. Okay, so for my final thoughts, I think in comparison with the Silly Sponge, the Evie Blender is indeed better. The finish that it gives is better, and the finish that you get with this blender is actually, I think, quite close to what a beauty blender can give. However, on this side of the beauty blender, mind you, I didn't use any setting powder, so this is the foundation as is, as applied using both blenders. So again, on this side of the beauty blender, I feel like the finish is more airbrushed and more natural. And like the product really blended into my skin, like the foundation and my skin are one and the same, if that makes sense. And I am also able to achieve this finish or this airbrush finish very quickly with the beauty blender, which I cannot say the same for the Evie Blender. Okay, moving on to the Evie Blender side. Even though it looks quite similar, when you look up close and really look into it and feel it, there are actually differences in feel and in the way it looks. This is the side with the Evie Blender. This is the side with the beauty blender. You see, there's more creases here. Aside from the fact that this side of my face still feels a bit sore from all that bouncing, I feel like on this side, the makeup is really out there, if you get what I mean. Like, it definitely looks like I have makeup on, because rather than melting into the skin, it just sits on it. The foundation just sits on it and coats it. So for that reason, I feel like on this side of my face, the foundation is heavier compared to this side. And I think the tackiness of the Evie Blender somehow contributes to that feeling as well. However, as mentioned, I really do love the coverage that you get with the Evie Blender. I think a little really goes a long way, especially considering that I use less product on this side compared to this side. And other good points include the fact that the Evie Blender doesn't absorb any product at all. So one, you really save up on your product, and two, there's really no room for bacteria to grow. Plus, it's super duper easy to clean. I don't know guys, I don't think I'm ready to give up on my beauty blender just yet. I still think that it's the easiest and most comfortable thing to use. Plus, the beauty blender gives you the best naturally airbrushed finish ever. So maybe, just as what others have recommended for the Silly Sponge, you can just use this in conjunction with the beauty blender. So it does help lessen the product that you use, and it's not that much of a hassle to clean anyway. So maybe you can use this first to apply the product that you need on your face and then bounce a bit, and then you can refine and finish off with the beauty blender. The Evie Blender overall, I think, deserves a thumbs up for a really nice effort. It has a good look to it, it comes in beautiful colors, it's super convenient and easy to clean, which makes it, in a way, more hygienic compared to foam blenders. And it gives a good coverage, and the finish that you get with this blender is definitely way better than that of a Silly Sponge. So what did you think of the Evie Blender? Or have you found any applicator that can replace or at the very least compete with the beauty blender? Let me know in the comment section below, because I surely want to try those out. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this or simply more content from me, go ahead and click on both the subscribe and bell buttons down below. I'm currently hooked on IG stories, so please follow me on Instagram to have a peek into my daily life. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye!